Joining me now is Democratic Congressman from Massachusetts, Seth Moulton, who is also on the House Armed Services Committee. Thank you so much for joining us today, and happy Sunday to you.
Good to see you.
Thank
you.
you.
Same to you.
Yeah, I got to ask you about this. With Vance confronted by Ukrainian protesters while he was walking with his toddler, this is really shocking, and demonstrations at Tesla dealerships. I mean, at this point, do you think these protesters against the administration are taking things too far?
I don't think there's anything wrong with protesting. It's a free country. As a father of two young girls, I don't want protesters to bother me while I'm walking my child. But of course, this really started during the Biden administration when Secretary Blinken was repeatedly accosted. I mean, he had an encampment outside his home in Washington, D.C. They had to bring in extra protection. And they threw things at his car when he was taking his school. So look, this started with Trump in 2016, this level of political violence, but they're the ones who should stop it, and they should send a message that on both sides, let's keep protesters doing the things, doing free speech, but keep it out of the kids, out of kids' lives. That's my vote.
Yeah, a lot of people say that that just goes too far. Canada is retaliating with tariffs on energy that could immediately affect 3 U.S. states and paused U.S. alcohol exports. So what are Democrats doing to curb this tariff trade war at this point?
Well, we're trying to tell Trump to stop it. I mean, this is insanity. And of course, because he's all over the map with tariffs on one day, tariffs off the next, it's no surprise that U.S. stocks are down. U.S. businesses are struggling to figure out what they can do. If you're a business, you can't put an order in for something not knowing whether it's going to cost 25% more when that bill comes due. So this is a huge problem for the American economy. If you're going to be bad, at least be consistent, right? Like, at least be consistent so that we can know how to respond to this tariff pressure. But when they're on again, off again, it just creates chaos. And that's why people on Wall Street are upset. That's why small businesses are hurting. And that's why Canada is getting so upset at us that they're taking retaliatory action.
Yeah, we certainly are hoping that things will settle down on that. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Ukraine President Zelensky has turned away from the U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal at this point. U.S. and Ukrainian officials are meeting in Saudi Arabia this week to talk about a ceasefire deal. Elon Musk posting on X, quote, "I literally challenged Putin to one-on-one physical combat over Ukraine, and my Starlink system is the backbone of the Ukrainian army. Their entire front line would collapse if I turned it off. What I am sickened by is years of slaughter and a stalemate that Ukraine will inevitably lose. Peace now." Wow. So that's pretty strong language. What do you make of that?
Well, first of all, it gives more reason to these protesters at Tesla dealerships to be angry at Elon Musk for selling out America, selling out our values when they sell out our allies. I mean, just imagine if President Roosevelt back in World War II had responded to Germany's attacks on Britain by saying, you know what, you guys are probably going to lose, so we're only going to help you if you give us a whole bunch of your mineral resources. If there's a whole bunch of coal in the UK that we could use. I mean, that's what they are doing to Zelensky right now. It's never been done before to U.S. allies. It's not how we do business as a country. And it's sending a message, not just to Vladimir Putin, but to Xi Jinping in China, to terrorist organizations around the world, that the U.S. is out. We're not standing by our allies anymore. We're not standing up for our values. So you can walk all over us, just like Trump is encouraging Putin to walk all over Zelensky and Ukraine.
Some are asking if Trump's policy shift will get us closer to peace. And of course, we monitor this every single day. Where do you stand on this right now?
Absolutely not. You get peace through strength, not by showing weakness, not by giving in. Again, imagine if President Roosevelt had started using Hitler's talking points against the UK. That's the analogy here. Trump is using Putin's talking points. He's pleasing the Kremlin. The Kremlin spokesman has come out and said, yeah, we're pretty much in agreement with Trump as he talks about this war. So he's not just selling out our ally, Ukraine, not selling out their freedom, not telling these thousands and thousands of Ukrainians who have already died that they've died in vain because we're just not going to stand up for sovereign countries, for freedom, for democracy, for liberty. he's not just doing that to our friends, he's empowering and emboldening our allies. And this is dangerous. It's dangerous to our national security because it says America is not going to stand by her allies, so they probably don't need to stand by us.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.